Oh my goodness. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming in and checking out my live here. Um, Today, the Cruisin' Family, that's our channel. I'm Nick. Welcome. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Today, I want to welcome everybody in. It looks like we have 3 or 4 people in. Thank you guys so much for coming in and starting the show with me. Whether you're watching this live or on playback, I really appreciate you supporting our channel. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about the cruise that we have coming up. We're going to be doing a cruise preview of the Carnival Firenze, which is how I hear it's pronounced. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go with it. That's what people. That's what everybody tells me. Carnival Firenze, and we are going to look at the ship a little bit. We're going to talk about the cabins that we have booked, and what made us book those cabins. And we're also going to talk about the itinerary that we're going on, and a whole lot more that goes along into cruising as a family of 5. Um, Plus, this time we have another family member coming along with us, Grandma. So we're going to talk all about those things and so much more. So join me as we talk some ship here on the Cruise In Family, and we're going to roll our talking ship video. All right. Well, I love talking shit. My wife gets a little tired of me talking shit, which is part of the reason that I have a live now, so that I can come on and talk shit with other people. If you have something that involves a ship type conversation, go ahead and leave it there in the comments. Anything, everything we can talk about. We could talk about my topic or something else. But I want to talk about our upcoming cruise. So if you followed our channel for a long time, which I know a lot of you are new subscribers in the last 8 months, but if you followed us for a long time, you know that I do daily vlogs as we're on the cruise. So I'll film, edit, and then upload that content as we're going along. So on Saturday, I'll upload our travel day. On Sunday, I'll upload embarkation and all that goes along with that. So, and then all the way through the cruise. Sometimes, and I get a little lazy, but sometimes I'll combine the last day at sea with debarkation. And usually it's because debarkation is not a lot, but sometimes there's a little bit of good information, especially for cruisers that are trying to figure things out. So I will definitely still include debarkation in my video in my vlogging. So join us. Hopefully it's something valuable. I love doing it. Way back when we went to Alaska, it was really cool to watch the time go by, and we had some good interactions, and we had a great cruise to Alaska. So um, this will be our first time with our kids on a full Mexican Riviera cruise. When I say full, I mean Cabo plus Puerto Vallarta and Mazatlan. Our kids have come to Cabo San Lucas with us before, but never gone to Puerto Vallarta or Mazatlan. So we'll see what happens there. Um, One of the big reasons that I make the vlogs is really selfish. So if you see me putting my kids there, us doing things, it's for that purpose, so that we can remember what we did. But I also intermix information for cruisers, people that are passionate, people that are getting ready to go on their first cruise, or maybe it's their 100th cruise, but it never come from that particular port or whatever. I try to put on tidbits, things that we learned about, things that we experienced. So check out our daily vlogs starting this Saturday. Um, so to start off, all people that getting ready for a cruise do this thing, and that is packing. Um, we are so far behind packing; it is nerve-wracking. I had this live set a month ago. I probably should be packing instead of talking to you. Um, we have lots of piles. We have our packing cubes. We have our luggage sitting out. We just haven't put everything together. Uh, So that's going to start to come together really quickly. Um, if you have a packing ritual or something that you do that makes the time that you do, go ahead and put it there in the comments. Usually I start 2 weeks before, but we have been super busy as a family. Life is just rolling right along, and the days seem to fly way past. So um, definitely, if you're the type of person that likes to pack several weeks out, let me know there in the comment. Or if you're the person that loves to throw everything in last minute, put it there in the comments as well. I'm definitely not a last minute packer, um, but I'm going to be for this cruise, it seems like. So getting ready for the cruise. Cheryl was on Amazon. She was looking on Facebook, and she saw this vacuum seal thing, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna order this." Part of the reason that we don't have these in bags yet. So she ordered it. Excuse me one sec. Still have a tickle in my throat. 7 weeks now. Mm. Anyway, she ordered those that vacuum sealed system, and we were gonna try it out. Fully into it. She went to work Monday morning. She talked to the people she works with, and they told her that the clothes, once, like, it's awesome to save room. So yay, but the clothes are all super wrinkly when you get there. So back to Amazon is gonna go. Thank goodness for Amazon's um, full refund policy. We live and die by that thing. And I have a feeling soon Amazon's going to start charging us. I don't know. Maybe not. But we're still gonna use packing cubes. So packing cubes is what is coming our way. Give me one. Sorry, my daughter is in the pool, and it seems like something's happening. You guys are super troopers. I really appreciate you hanging in there with me. I have, right. Can you close that door, Nat Gracie? I apologize. Um, it seems to be that my children decided that this particular moment to have a little fight or argument in the pool. So sorry about that, guys. So I just finished up talking about that vacuum seal deal, and one thing that we have to talk through. One thing that we is one car or two cars. We have six people and we have an SUV. It's not a full size SUV. It's um, it's a mid size SUV. It has two, four, seven. It can seat seven. Seat seven. But if you seat seven, uh, there's not much room for anything else. Um, so we're trying to put six people's worth of clothes into that vehicle. We do have a top rack, and it's gonna be tight. Uh, we told Grandma that she needs to limit her luggage. It sounds like Grandma's gonna go from two large bags to or three large bags to two large bags, uh, but it's still gonna be a tight fit. My vote still right now is to take our truck and that car. Everybody can spread out, but then we also have to pay for parking and for gas the way. So it like doubles our travel expense. So I think we're probably gonna try to pack that vehicle as tight as possible, so that we only have so we don't have to take one, because that'll be a good savings for us. Um, but if you travel in a large group, do you end up having to take two vehicles or multiple vehicles, or do you always just try to squeeze it in there? Um, getting our trunk on the roof was an experience that sat out in our garage, and we live in Phoenix, so it gets warm here, and it got a little warped, so um, but I think that we got it set. We can get it in there, and we can get a couple pieces of luggage up there, plus maybe a garment bag or backpacks or something, um, which should make it more manageable. Should make our Hyundai Palisade, be able to have six all the way to Long Beach from Phoenix. So, but if you have a way of traveling, go ahead and leave it down there in the comments. We plan on leaving on Friday, so October 4th, which is the day before the cruise at 9 a.m. I'm anticipating probably leaving around 10:30, which will still give us plenty of time. It's only a 6 hour trip. And my whole goal is to not have to drive in the dark. That's it. Um, so we should be okay with that. We should be good. We should be good with leaving at 9 to get there before dark. Uh, and we have, um, excuse me, uh, reservations. We have reservations at the Staybridge Suites, which is in Long Beach, close to the Long Beach airport. We've stayed at that hotel twice before. It's nice because they kind of like kitchenette, front room area, and then like a living space. I believe that I booked one with two bedrooms, kitchenette, and living room. So we'll see what ends up happening when we get to the hotel. But we also booked quite a far out. And I think that there's something else going on in Long Beach this weekend. Um, there's like a competition or a marathon or something like that. So the hotels are really booked. Um, but if you have a favorite place that you like to stay at in Long Beach, go ahead and leave it there in the comments. We've stayed at we stayed at the Queen Mary. We've stayed at Hotel Maya. We've stayed at the IHG property past the Hotel Maya. Uh, and we stayed at a couple other hotels in the area. We've cruised out of Long Beach quite a bit. So I would say of the ones I just listed off, I like the Hotel Maya. It's a little pricey over there. So, and when you have six, it's hard to find something that's too inexpensive. The room that we booked into was not cheap by any means. And it's a nice hotel. So, if you're looking for a nice hotel, that's relatively close to the port, the Staybridge Suites over by the airport, um, is maybe a 25-minute drive from there. Hey there, Scott. How's it going? Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me. How was the cruise? Did you enjoy Hawaii? I know Cheryl wants desperately to go to Hawaii on a cruise. So uh, the tough thing about booking uh, a Hawaii cruise on my schedule is they go on opposite times, not with school with the school schedule. So hey there, Kimberly. Oh, and this is Jared. Jared is one of Brandon's friends, my son. Um, Brandon says, "Hey." Ah, yeah. The Pacific Ocean is a little rough. I remember when we went to Alaska, those days that we were kind of out in the open water between like Washington and British Columbia. It was the roughest days of our time too. So, but you're in the Pacific the entire time, so yeah, we're doing pretty good. My daughters just got into a little bit of scuffle, so if you hear crying in the background, she provokes her sister. So sibling rivalry is a wonderful thing. So, but we're doing well. Yeah, we're doing well. Um, we are 4 days from our cruise. So, um, all right. So once we get to Long Beach, we might go over to the marina. They have some nice walking space there, some good views of like the Queen Mary across the bay there. We might go to, I don't know what we'll do. We'll find something to spend our time. I know that Grandma isn't the biggest like adventurer, so we'll probably find something kind of mellow, but our kids will need to be able to get out and get some energy out before bedtime. So we'll definitely probably end up doing something. There's some nice restaurants over there. We were in Long Beach for a conference. Um, I don't remember the name of the place. It was an Irish place, and they have some good food and some good cold beverages too. So once we're once we slept, get up. One of the benefits of staying at the Staybridge Suites is they do offer a complimentary breakfast, so it's part of that journey. We won't have to go find a place and then feed our children and all that. So, but over to the port on embarkation day. Our arrival time is 10. Um, in my experience, when arrival times are at 10, they'll open up the doors at 9:30. So we'll shoot to get to we'll probably shoot to get to the parking garage around 8:40. My grandma has mobility issues, so we're going to go to Scoot Around. If you've ever been to Long Beach Port, Scoot Around there's kind of like a little hut in the front. Um, it actually used to be for Fast Food of the Fun and Platinum and Diamond guests before they renovated inside. Um, but Now it's for the mobility scooter. So we'll pick up the scooter there. It'll make everybody's life a whole lot easier because she'll be able to scoot into security. So and then, like I said, our arrival appointment is 10 o'clock. Sometimes people mistake arrival appointment as boarding time. Definitely don't make that mistake. Um, I've no, I know that I won't be on the ship at 10 a.m. Um, so when you see your arrival time, especially if it's the start of the arrival point, there'll definitely be a waiting time. I haven't ever cruised the Firenze, but I have um, Miracle, uh, Imagination, Inspiration, Radiance, and Panorama, and I anticipate probably uh, 11:15 ish, probably. Yeah, it is fast. Um, and a pro tip for anybody that's wondering, like, um, yeah, 11 on board. We'll definitely be within that first group. Um, but people talk about the ramps, and it's like four switchbacks. But a pro tip is if you just say, "Hey, I want to go use the escalator," when you're about to turn to go up the ramp, they'll let you by and go up the escalator. It's a lot less walking, and it'll make the time getting up to the little picture spot quicker too. So if you're there, go ahead and they don't have any problem with people going that direction. They do have like a security guard kind of standing there, but we've always just said, hey, we're going to go up the escalator. Um, we'll have grandma. She'll need to use the elevator. But for anyone, you guys can all do it. Um, so definitely something to consider for you. Um, so I want to invite you guys. I plan on doing a live on that day, um, shortly after embarkation or after getting onto the ship and after doing muster, um, because muster has to be done before anything else. Trust me, guys. When you get on a ship, muster needs to get done. Don't don't delay it for anything. I won't delay it for my live. Go find your spot and just get it taken care of. Doesn't take any time. And honestly, I don't work for the cruise line, so this is just my idea. But I think they should put the keys at the muster station. You pick it up from there, and then you can't buy or do anything with it. You can't get into your room until you've done your muster station. No big deal. We all have to do it anyway. I don't know what that would do to the length of time going to muster station. Would probably increase it by a little bit, but then we wouldn't have to listen to the fabulous announcements about how so many people haven't gone to muster station. So get it done. We'll get it done. Um, we'll get it done before we do the live. But I want to invite you. Probably be around, I don't know, 11:30, 11:25. Um, from our muster station, we'll probably end up going to get something to eat or going to our cabin to drop stuff off. It'll depend on how everybody's feeling. I don't mind packing my backpack around until it's time to actually go to the cabin, uh, just because going to the cabin and then leaving the cabin, to me, the flow doesn't feel right. I don't know. So we'll probably go get lunch. I usually eat Guy's Burger. Um, I'm looking forward to trying the moots, that burger that so many people have showcased. So, um, and then um, from there, we probably will explore the ship, because we'll probably have a little bit of time to explore, make our way to the kids club. So I was just on Carnival website right before I came on, and they have you do a registration, we completed the registration, everything's set up, but they still want you to come on the first day to do another registration. And I'm not sure why you need to register at check-in and then also register on board, because they ask you the same questions. And I mean, I'm pretty specific about the answers. So if you know the answer, go ahead and leave it down here in the comments. That would be helpful. It's probably more just a me thing trying to figure it out. I don't need to know. Um, Another stop that we're going to need to make is at the maitre d's station in the main dining room. Um, we wanted early dining. I'm sure that we're probably going to end up getting put into early dining, but right now we're on my time dining. And in my experience, my time dining isn't my favorite. Um, each time that we've gone ahead and just said, oh, we'll just do that. It's always felt like just a little bit more of a hassle than it needed to be. And I know you can say, hey, we love this table so much. Can we come back here each night? You can talk to your waiter, or and they'll set that up for you, even with my time dining. Um, but I think that we want. I think that we're gonna go there. I do have. We are working with a travel agent for this cruise. So I might put a message to JH and see if he can work on it too. But we'll probably end up with early time. What do you guys like? Do you guys like early, late, or my time dining? Any takers on that one? When we went on the Jubilee, we insisted on taking my time dining because we heard we heard what that was all about. Um, and having different options of different places to eat is good. But uh, all right, so the cabins that we've selected, we have two balcony cabins. They're on the Empress deck, and they're connecting cabins. Um, Only once have we ever been able to actually get connecting cabins. So I'm excited to have an interior door, and we'll also try to get our balcony opened up so that we have a larger kind of balcony space for the six of us. Um, but the we'll see what the sorry, the decor of the ship. Um, it feels a little over the top ornate. Excuse me, guys. So sorry. Specifically talking about the woods in there, and um, it's not going to bother me. It's just striking in some of the videos that I've seen. So we'll definitely do that. But um, we'll hope that our luggage. We always check our luggage down below. We won't pull it on. Um, just we're not successful with that. Um, so we'll hope that it gets delivered earlier rather than later. Um, Primary reason for this is we like to pack into our room. We pack into our room um, before we start pretty much anything else. If we get our luggage, we'll get unpacked and have everything set so that we can just enjoy the cruise from there. Um, I kind of briefly talked about it. I talked about the kids club just a little bit. One new experience for us is Circle C. My son turned 12 this month. Um, so we've never ever let him check himself out. Um, and it's my impression that that's kind of the deal with Circle C. So we actually clicked the button for all three of our kids. Um, but we're definitely gonna set up some ground rules about how you check yourself out, where you communicate, and how often you communicate, because it's definitely important part of this newfound responsibility. Hey there, Warm Song. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in and saying, hey, welcome, welcome. Um, I've watched like I don't know how many of your videos on the Firenze. I really appreciate your hard work of helping or putting that information out there so that we can get ready for our cruise. It's been definitely a it's definitely been a helpful experience. So um, thank you for doing that. Kim says I mostly have cruised with family and my mom likes the early dining. Also, you usually always get the white pizza at night. Ooh, what the white pizza is that like a cream like a fettuccine alfredo type sauce? I haven't heard about the white pizza. What is the white pizza? Sorry, I've 20 cruises with Carnival and I have not experienced that. Ooh, Detroit. I haven't ever been to Detroit, but my work is sending me to Chicago, and I know that's not Detroit. Um, but for somebody that's West Coast person, um, Chicago and Detroit are in the same basic vicinity. So bread and four cheese, no Alfredo sauce. Okay. I will have to try that. I'll have to try that. Thank you. So my Cardinals are not doing good this year. Mm. I just caught the last part. I thought it said bear. Beers. Nice. Hey there, TJ's Destinations. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. Thank you, thank you. We are talking about the Firenze. We're talking about I'm talking about our coming cruise, and we're going to have a cruise vlog coming out starting on Saturday. I put out daily vlogs as we cruise, so you can watch for those if you're into learning about the Firenze or seeing what we're doing on our time. So thank you guys so much for coming in, just saying hey. I really appreciate it. It's a big uplift to us. So once we get done with packing into the room, we've done the sail away party. We're not big like sail away, go up to the Lido deck um, type people. One of my daughters has some sensory issues, so she definitely struggles with it. But we might go up there. Who knows? You love the Firenze. Tell me about the Firenze. What do you love about the Firenze? And I'm told that's how you pronounce it. So if I'm wrong, just correct me. Tell me how it's actually pronounced. Um, so we do have a steakhouse booked for the first night. I love a good steak. New York strip is my go-to uh, steak. If I could cook steak every night, I would. Um, my wife gets tired of it, so but I haven't made it recently. So I am definitely looking forward to the steakhouse. And then afterwards, um, we love comedy on Carnival. We probably go to see comedy or the show. My daughter is big into karaoke. She loves to sing. Um, and so who knows what we'll do that first night. Does anybody have like a first night, have a first night, this is what we always do sort of thing, or like tradition? Go ahead and leave that in the comments if you want, um, or not. Um, Usually I'm kind of tired that night, so I go with the flow of what everybody else wants to do. Not really dictating to the group, and just kind of doing what we want. So we'll probably end up at karaoke, um, which I will not be singing at in case anybody was wondering or hoping to see. But we do have on our channel we have karaoke videos from Natalie and Brandon, I think. Natalie a couple of times. So um, she did it on the Radiance and the Jubilee. So um, all right. So every morning I've kind of a morning ritual on board. I usually get up earlier than everyone else, and I really try to be as quiet as possible. Leave the cabin, and then I get up and go walk around the ship. A lot of people are usually asleep still because it's probably only an hour or two before, hour two or three before or after people went to sleep. And so that's probably part of it. But I get up and I go get coffee and walk the ship. So I'll definitely do that. Either that or go and find my way uh, to our balcony. It'll depend on who else is up and that sort of thing. But if you watch last week's live, um, we do have ducks to hide. So I'll probably make that part of my morning time, trying to go out there and um, not be obvious about where we've hit all of our ducks. I have to try out the empanada place. They're good. It's a hidden gem. It opens at 5 p.m. Okay. For sure. I will check out that empanada place. I think that we are um it's like the kind of the sea lounge where the karaoke is at, I think, right? Um and then there's like the screen there. I haven't been on the ship. I only have watched thousands of videos about it. But I will definitely go and check out those empanadas. They look super young, so for sure. Thank you. And TJ says, "Hey Scott and Bill," and Bill says, "Hey TJ's Destinations." Thank you guys. Um, for our sea days, we'll probably spend a lot of time doing things around the water, water slides, um, in the pool, in the spas, enjoying our time on deck, and just enjoying some of the ship. I'm really excited about the Lido deck, not the Lido deck, but the floor up from the Lido deck. It looks like a super chill spot to kind of go and hang out a little bit. So I'm really excited about kind of going over there and um, making making an afternoon disappear with that. So um, on lunch of day 3, we're going to go to Bonsai Teppanyaki. I'm super excited about that. I love I love bonsai teppanyaki. I am allergic to shellfish, and if you're a person that's allergic, has a seafood allergy, um, rest assured that they do an impeccable job of making sure that it is sanitary, making sure that you're taken care of, and that nobody misses out on any of the show, any of the food. All of it gets prepared in the same way. The ventilation is awesome in there. Um, so if you're scared of it for that reason, go check it out. The food is amazing. It is so wonderful. They keep increasing the price, and I'll keep paying the increased price because I love to go to Bonsai Teppanyaki. So definitely something that I'm looking forward to. We only do like hibachi things at sea, which is weird, right? They have them in the community, um, but I'm looking forward to that at lunch on day 3. Embarkation Nation, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in. Embarkation Nation says, hello, everyone. We're talking about the Firenze today. Um, the cruising family. We have a cruise coming up on it on October 5th. So I've been giving kind of a breakdown of some of the things that we're anticipating, and then asking for people to chime in. So if you have if you have experience with it, put it here in the comments. I know that I've watched some of your guys's videos all about the Firenze, so I really appreciate that. It helps me get ready for the cruise. So Scott says, "Hey, Jen and Andrew," and Jen and Andrew say, "Hey," or they say, "Scott." I don't know. So I don't do it as well as he does, but I tried. Um, so our cruise goes to Puerto Vallarta. Uh, we don't have any excursion booked. I wanted to book the Dreams all inclusive, but I got vetoed. Grandma doesn't want to go there and spend a long period of time. But if you have kids and you're going to Puerto Vallarta and you're looking for a beach day, check this place out. They have an awesome beach. They have pools, they have food, they have drinks, and then they also have indoor entertainment for your kids. There's like a kids club in there, video games, things for them to do inside, so that they can cool off, so you can continue having a good time. We went to Secrets. Um, we went to Secrets. Thank you. I tried. Um, Last summer. Just Cheryl and I went, and it was an amazing property. So I wanted to go there. I got vetoed. It's okay. We're probably going to go into the shopping area. We'll find a lot of little knickknacks. Maybe get a cold beverage or two, and then we'll get back on the ship. Which now I'm going to talk about Mazatlan. Have you guys ever been to Mazatlan? Oh, who's been to Mazatlan here? Um, This will be our Cheryl and I's, I think, fifth, sixth time. Um, when you get to Mazatlan, they bring you into the industrial part of the port, because there isn't a cruise ship part of the port. Like it's not like most other cruise ship ports where it's just you and the people. So they kind of bring you up. But the awesome thing is once you get up, they have some really good little knickknack shopping up there. And then you kind of go outside. Last time we were there, we found we found a restaurant that had some okay chips and salsa and some inexpensive adult beverages, with music that we enjoyed. So it'll probably be what we end up doing. All right, TJ Destination says, I've been on it twice. I have a back-to-back on Firenze in December. I only live 50 minutes from the port of Long Beach. Oh my goodness. How do you survive 50 minutes from the port of Long Beach? My wife looked at a job in Long Beach, um, and she decided that it's better that she doesn't apply for it, because it would be on a cruise way too much. How old do you need to be to go on a cruise alone? Somebody said 21. I do believe that you have to be, or yeah, I do believe that, you know what? I've never been on a cruise by myself, so I can't speak to it. I know that there's a rule about all people in the, ooh, it's got to be in that cruise document. Does anybody know that answer? I'm so sorry. I think it's 25. I think that Powder Girl. I think that 25 actually is that. But you know what? Nope, that's not going to be true. I think that. Hmm. Oh man, that's a good stumper. Sorry, I'm 44. 19, and I was older than that when we cruised. Cruise to Alaska would be awesome. It would be awesome. I would think that they would let, if you were 21 and the person you're going with, or if you're just going by yourself, I think that they would be able to sell you a ticket. I think that the hang up comes when you have minors with you. You have to be 25 to have people under the age of 21. 6 months or older. 6 months or older, absolutely. And then renting a car, um, something to check out. And I don't know what their age was either. But renting a car, you might check out a place like Turo. They probably still have the 25 as your age. Um, but you could do Uber. You could check out ride services. I know that would be more expensive. Um, although, like in Juneau, um, a day at like Enterprise, I think it was something like $400 for a day, um, 2 years ago. So something to check out is Arturo in Juneau that same day, with uh with insurance was under $80. So um, check out Turo. Maybe they'll if you're not yet 25, check out Turo. They might be able to do something for you. So Mazatlan, get off, hang out in the port area, and then we have Cabo San Lucas. Cheryl and I, we had put on our to-do list at the Wonder of the Seas in Orlando. We wanted to go on jet skis, and then we never made it over to find jet skis. I know that they have jet skis in Cabo. Um, it's really going to be dependent on what the tender situation is like. Um, we are obviously we have priority like tendering, but it'll really depend on how many other people have that priority tendering, and then what grandma wants to do, I guess. Um, but I think jet skis would be fun. Um, we've gone over to see the arch several times while there. We hung out and shopped in the shopping area. Definitely a place that you can get off, uh, go and find an excursion. I know lots of people caution against that, and yes, there is risk involved with it. But I would say for Cabo San Lucas, they it is it is a port that I feel safe in. I personally feel safe in, but you should do what you feel safe with. Okay. Um, we might also go over to like Madonna Beach and maybe go get a cold beverage. I guess that's the same thing that I've said for the other two ports. You probably can figure out what I'm looking forward to with this vacation. So, but definitely, um, definitely we'll try to do something. I know that there are large tender boats in Cabo, and we plan on definitely trying to find something for Grandma who will have that scooter from Scoot Around. So, um, what about you guys? Is there a must do in Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, or Cabo San Lucas that I missed? If there is, go ahead and put it here in the comments. I would love to. I'm still open. As I said, we don't have anything booked, and I'm persuadable. Um, at the end of the cruise, and this is something that Cheryl and I do. Maybe it's because we're type A, um, but I feel like it's a good cruising tip. And just hear me out. When you wake up on the last day of the cruise, get up and pack. And you might be thinking, why do that? You're going to ruin the whole day. And here's the reason that we do it. Here's the reason that we get up, we make everything settled, ready for the next day, so that we know how much time we had to budget for it, and then we can just go about the day like it's a cruise day. So something to consider if you've waited till 9:30 at night and you know that you need to get your bags out for the 11 o'clock pickup, uh, and experience that rush. Um, it's definitely something that could be avoided. Uh, the kids aren't necessarily a fan of it, but who is a fan of ending their cruise or their vacation? But we like to do it because we want to know how much time we have left to enjoy the rest of our vacation. All right, so something for you to consider. Um, and then, all right. Ah, yes. Rhythms of the Night excursion in Puerto Vallarta is a must. A great show and the food is good. 100% this is a show that I want to go to. Uh, we have passed on it. I don't know how many times we've been like, oh, we're going to do this. And then we said no. Um, and this time it just comes down to um, the cost for 6 people, and then the unevenness of the ground for grandma and her scooter. Um, so we're probably going to have to save Rhythms of the Night. But I've seen YouTube videos of the show. I'm sure that in person it is 1,000 times more amazing than what I've seen on on a screen. So definitely, this won't be our last adventure to the Mexican Riviera because of how close we live to Long Beach. So at some point, this is going to be something that we end up doing. So, um, and if you're not familiar with Rhythms of the Night, um, and you're getting ready to go on a cruise, go ahead and YouTube it or Google it or however you say that. Search it up, as my son would say. Search it up and check out a video or two about it. There's some really good showing of what is available. So that'll be the end of the cruise. Obviously, we'll get off. Um, I'm hoping that the mobility issues that we've experienced on other Vista class ships is not the same for the Firenze. I need to knock on wood from that one. Definitely knock on wood. Um, but uh, we're pretty good about. We always make sure to put our luggage out, so we have to hang out a little bit longer. Um, but we'll get off there. Things around the ship that I'm looking forward to. I already said this one, but that Lido deck, the mezzanine level above where the pool is, it looks like a place that I'm probably going to spend a lot of time. Um, just just based on its proximity to some of the other things that are on the ship. So definitely something that we're probably gonna check out. Um, I also really love the memories that we make as a family. um, it's an awesome experience. One of the last week I did a video all about cruising with kids, um, and I actually got there was a lot of people supporting cruising with kids, and it honestly is an awesome experience. Being a dad, having a lot of things taken care of, for everybody to enjoy their time is important to me, and that having that opportunity is awesome. So. Um, I'm also really looking forward to Guy's Burger. I'm not I have to have a Guy's Burger type person, but the two specialty sandwiches, I'm looking forward to. Does anybody remember the Thunderstruck burger? Anybody at all? We went on a cruise on the Radiance, like a month or two after they announced that it was going to be there, and I ordered the thing. Uh, too many times, at least 5 times. I love the thing, but apparently it was not a big enough hit. Yes, Scots. Did you like it? Yeah, Thunderstruck. That's right. I'm so. I On the Jubilee, I went up to Geisberger and said, "Do you have the Thunderstruck?" And they looked at me like, "The world is this guy talking about? What in the world is this guy talking about?" Did you get it? Did you get it on the Miracle or on your Hawaiian cruise? The people on Jubilee in January thought that I was crazy. Oh my goodness. I am so jealous. I did not. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I guess if you see me looking over here, because I have my camera here, and um, so that's the reason that I might make you dizzy. I apologize if I'm making people dizzy. That is crazy. Oh, okay. 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 Yeah, I think they've discontinued it. I understand why. I don't think many people ordered it, and I think even fewer people enjoyed it. Um, I loved it. I loved it. And if I could have my go-to there, it definitely would be that. Also try all things wings. It's an upcharge, but not much. And I could I wings. I'm a wings person. Nachos and wings, like if I could go to a restaurant every single night and order I can only order 2 things, it's nachos and wings, and I wouldn't ever get tired of it, so I will definitely be having more than my fair share of wings. I'm excited about that spot, and I'm gonna low key get uh, Chicken Shack burger. I know it's not or whatever it's called, the thing that's at the seafood place. Um, I'm gonna go get at least one of those. Obviously, I eat. You could I could tell that from my appearance here. So, um, another thing that I'm really looking forward to in the Firenze is the overall feel of it. Something that impressed us was some of that greenery throughout the ship, and um, the spaces seem more like purposeful. So Scott says, I did a video this cruise where I ran around the ship and got combo menu items from two or more places and put them together. That's awesome. You were a little bored on the cruise. No, you weren't bored. You're just finding ways to make your fun. That's the beautiful thing about the carnival ships is they're the fun ship. Um, and you don't have to be upset or disappointed about that at all. So, and one last thing that I'm looking forward to on the cruise is eating at Teppanyaki. And I've already highlighted that. So, but I do love bonsai teppanyaki. It is an an awesome meal. And we did try Izumi, which is the Royal Caribbean version of it. Um, uh, so I would say, in my opinion, Carnivals is just a smidge better. I like the show with the fire just a little bit better than the egg tossing, but that's just my personal opinion. Everybody has opinions. Everybody has opinions, and you know what happens with those things. Um, um, my favorite part of the cruise, my favorite part of the cruise is the first steps on the cruise ship. Um, there's I have a lot of like anticipation building up to the cruise, and it's not to put down the rest of the cruise. Um, but for me, after even after 20 cruises, 20 something cruises, I also really get excited about it. And I would say the worst part of the cruise is the crankiness of people towards the end of the cruise. And I know that everybody's kind of on a lull, let down. But I would say just be prepared for that and continue to make your fun. The reason that we go and pack is so that we don't have to think about it anymore. And we're just out having a good time that last day, making the most of our last day. Um, so I think also lines. Sometimes there are lines for silly stuff. So just find a way to make the most of your line standing. We definitely try to make the most of our line standing. But I would say those are two things. Ah, yes, absolutely, absolutely. Not having to cook is a definite bonus, and I apologize for all of the noise in the background. My wife just got home and my dog is going crazy. So that might be my sign to wrap up here. So, um, I really appreciate all of your guys' support. You guys are awesome for coming on. I know that you guys can do a lot of things on a Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, and I appreciate you coming on. Thanks so much for supporting me. What's coming up? My live, or we're gonna have a live on Saturday morning, after we get onto the ship. Um, After we get onto the ship, and then um, we're gonna have those those daily vlogs coming out. So thank you guys so much for supporting me, and definitely um, make your own fun. Have a great day. See you soon.